also got my Atlanta t-shirt today, so I figured for my third preview that I'd bust out the Atlanta t-shirt instead, because why not? It's summer, or it's summer somewhere, so I figured when I ordered these t-shirts, these will be great, because it's going to be summer, and you got your channel, and you need hockey t-shirts for when it's too hot for hockey jerseys, and still not summer yet. We were supposed to get severe thunderstorms today, and we didn't even get those. Well, there was a chance, and I haven't had a severe thunderstorm here in years. We don't really get them. And there was a few rumbles yesterday, but nothing, nothing really meaty. I want something major and catastrophic. I wanted to see trees split in half. I've seen that happen a few times. It's pretty cool. Anyways, speaking of splitting trees in half, Buffalo has finished tearing their team to the ground, and they're trying to build up. And this is an example of how hard it is when you tear your team down to build it back up. Because you need to find the right mix. And you look at their first line as it stands right now. They're trying to get rid of Evander Kane, but if the season starts tomorrow, he's their first line left winger with Ryan O'Reilly and Kyle Okposo. The Koo line. I like Koo. That's good. Koo. If only they had a third guy whose last name starts with O, and be Ooh, the Ooh line. And on second line, I've got Ennis, Eichel, and Reinhardt. Eichel and Reinhardt are going to be together as line mates, I would assume, as they'll continue to try to build chemistry between them. That's the future of the team right there, and could be the first line by the end of the year. Third line, I have Marcus Foligno, Zemgus Girgensons, and Hudson Fasching. That's hopefully Fasching is able to get in there. And then on the fourth line, Matt Moulson. How did Matt Moulson end up being fourth on the Buffalo Sabres list? With Johan Larsson and Brian Gionta. So I would peg both Moulson and Gionta as trade deadline pickups for another team that's looking for something. Like if your team at the waiver, or if your team at the deadline is looking for experience and depth scoring, these are the kind of guys you pick up. Because in terms of depth guys, when you look up in the rafters, who'd be the healthy scratches, Cal O'Reilly is he's good enough to probably be a fourth line NHLer, but he's also, yeah, it's hard to say. And then I had Delorier in there, but I think Alex Nylander's kind of the wild card. They have so many good forwards in there. Not great forwards, but good forwards. So I'm wondering if Nylander's going to get his 9 games, and who they pull out of the lineup to get Nylander in to play those 9 games. The blue line, though, this blue line, it needs a lot of work. Ristolainen and Kulikov, then Bogosian and Georges, then McCabe and Franzen. And I really think they could take some of that forward depth they kind of have right now and maybe move it to get some help on the blue line. But that's a very common theme in the NHL. Very, very common theme in the NHL. And then in net, Aaron Nilsson. So Nilsson's a guy who could play 30 games. Lehner gets another shot at being a starter and proving himself. And we'll see how he does. I can't project them as a playoff team. I don't see their blue line. I don't see their goaltending as being good enough. And I don't see enough really good forwards to get them into that position either. So Buffalo, while they want to get out of the draft lottery game, I don't know that they're out of it right now. I think they may not be one of the top 5, but I still see them as being there. It's probably going to be a long season for Buffalo. I mean, adding Okposo was huge. Okposo's an amazing ad right after adding O'Reilly. But that left side, I don't know. I mean, Ennis is good. Foligno can probably score more than he does. And Molson, maybe he's got one more really good year left in him. But Kane, man, if that kid could ever put it together, if Evander Kane could ever actually get his personal crap settled enough that he becomes the player he's supposed to be, then their forwards become amazing. And I have no complaints. But yeah, that's it's hard to project that lineup as a playoff lineup. There's some interesting moves there, certainly. Kulikov on the blue line, who knows how he'll play. But is there a top two? Is Ristolainen at this point in his career a top two defenseman? I know Bogosian isn't. The Bogosian for Myers trade is at this point really one-sided for Winnipeg. I would much rather have Tyler Myers on my blue line than Bogosian, and that's that's my opinion, anyways. But yeah, it's like I said, when you tear your team apart and you tear it down and you go, that's it, we're just selling everybody off. It gets really hard to build it back up. This is why, as much as I'm fine with a Canucks rebuild, I don't mean a full, complete, and total tear down, burn everything to the ground, because it is really difficult to put it back together. Free agents will often pass on your city because they want to win now. You're going to end up on, when guys have limited no trade clause and they have to give a certain list of teams they will go to, you're not going to be on it. List of teams they won't go to, you're probably on it. And Buffalo's had that problem before. So for the Sabres, this isn't a Stanley Cup year. I can say that. There's potential for improvement, but it relies so much on young players and rookies that it's hard to really project beyond, say, a 5-10 point, maybe, improvement. But still not a playoff team. So yeah, Buffalo, that's the end of my 3 teams for today. And I hope I'm wrong if you're a Buffalo fan. And who knows, we'll see. Oh, they just have to play this commercial while I'm trying to pay attention to. They're playing the Suicide Squad ad, and if you haven't seen it, you don't have television because it's on every 30 seconds. But Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn. Good casting, fantastic job. Seriously, not since Michelle Pfeiffer was Catwoman have I seen such a wonderful piece of casting. But anyways, that's a movie topic. This is hockey. And for now, that's it. So I'll be back tomorrow. I will have 3 more teams to preview tomorrow. And I'll probably sprinkle some other stuff in there as well. But I hope everybody's having a good Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow.